lílò ní funfun nẹ́nẹ́ ẹyẹ tí ó doríkodò bí àdó.
Game on, Sinatra too. Nigeria, what's up? Emirate 98.5 FM. It's Game On with Tosh Michael. Game on, feel the energy flow. Where the biggest sports stories always steal the show. Game on, feel the energy flow. Where the biggest sports stories always steal the show. From basketball, tennis, boxing, cricket on the go, athletics and football, we bring updates live on the show. From local leagues, NPFL, NNL to the global stage, Champions League, EPL, La Liga, Serie A, sharp analysis, breaking news, every turn of the page. Game on, turn the volume up loud. Emirate 98.5 FM, sports talk for the crowd. Inside passion, truth on the mic, it's Game On with Tosh Michael. Let's get in the game. Don't change that dial. Game on, feel the energy flow. Where the biggest sports stories always steal the show. Game on, feel the energy flow. Where the biggest sports stories always steal the show. Don't change that dial. This is where the game begins. Game on.
Hello, good evening and welcome. Yes, it is the 20th day of the month of April 2026. And of course, another fresh episode of the show. Game On, right on Emirate 98.5 FM. Tosh Michaels is my name, the anointed voice on radio, the apostle, always bringing you the gospel according to Saint Sports. And of course, today we have some, interesting stories making the rounds. A whole lot happened during the weekend. Of course, I will be bringing you all of that from football to wrestling. Yes, Obafemi, pulling off a surprise against Brock Lesnar. That's a WWE clash last night. Of course, some people, there's a debate that says that wrestling is not actually sports, and some says that wrestling is entertainment. But whatever it may be, huge congratulations to our Nigerian brother Obafemi for that performance last night. We'll get into that. MPFL, it's getting interesting. Kwara United, with a sweet win against Barao yesterday. Interesting fixture. Rangers International going top of the league. Of course, for me, I feel Rivers United is doing the Arsenal, bottling the league at the moment. But then all of these I will be talking additional to you on the show. Tosh Michaels remains my name. Of course, Abayomi Ademola Adesina, Triple A is the building. Abayomi, how is it?
Good evening and welcome to the show. It was a bittersweet weekend for Arsenal fans, but then as for a Chelsea fan, I enjoyed my weekend.
Of course, as a Chelsea fan, despite the 1-0 defeat to Manchester United, Abayomi enjoyed this weekend. Of course, let's quickly get into the thick of action. Quickly, Abayomi, let's have let's have the trending stories making the rounds before we digest, talking about analysis from the Nigerian Premier League to the Nigerian Premier League, MPFL to the Premier League as well as the La Liga. Interesting fixtures. Give us what's happening, what's trending.
For now, the MBBF has appointed Boateng as the Tigres assistant coach going to their preseason tournament that they have before the World Cup that is going to happen very soon this year. Boateng joined the backroom staff led by Reina Wakama, who has guided the team to historic milestones, including Olympic and Afro-Basket success. His addition is expected to enhance player development, with the coach expressing pride at the opportunity to represent Nigeria. The move also comes as the Tigers continue to build on their status as one of the African leading women basketball teams, with an expanded technical setup aimed at sustaining their recent progress. Then we have Atletico today confirmed that Lookman sustained an injury in Copa del Rey final blow. Both him and Solot are training aside from the other group. He will be undergoing a medical test to determine the extent of the injury sustained during the match during their defeat to Real Sociedad. He scored in the 62nd minute with an he went down with an abductor issue. So according to Marca, his teammates Marcos Llorente and Alessandro Solot also picked up knocks. So Atletico will be monitoring them and hoping they will be back for their crucial Champions League semi-final clash against Arsenal. Senior Michaels also shined against Celtic as Celtic reached Scottish Cup final over the weekend. Also, he scored in their 6-2 victory over St Mirren in Abden Park. He scored twice in extra time after coming off the bench to send Celtic into the Scottish Cup final. The Nigerian forward made an immediate impact, netting a header before adding a composed finish from inside the box to seal the emphatic win. His coach only highlighted his contribution, describing his performance as brilliant in a game filled with quality goals. The result sees Celtic progress to the final in dominant fashion, with Iheanacho's heroics underlining its importance as a crucial stage in Celtic season. And in the NPFL, the season is going down as one of the most entertaining seasons we've had in the history of Nigerian Football League. Rangers are not giving up on the title, and they are giving Rivers the run for their money. They came back from going down 1-0 at the Oriental Derby by winning 2-1. Elsewhere, Shooting Stars stunned El Kanami Warriors to win 2-1 in Maiduguri, overturning an early deficit with a late double. Remo Stars boosted their hopes with a 3-win over Niger Tornadoes, while Abia Warriors edged Ikorodu City 2-1. Kwara United and Nasarawa United also recorded important wins to strengthen their positions. In Kano Pillars left Italy to beat Rivers United 2-1, which was a step in blunder for Rivers United as Rangers United went to the top of the table. Ahmed Musa scoring a stoppage time winner in that match, with the season entering its final stretch. Results across the league table have tightened the race at both ends of the table.
Some of the trending, stories making the rounds. Let's start with analysis from the Nigerian Premier Football League. Yes, results are coming through. Abia Warriors were 2-1 winners over Ikorodu City. That one went down at the Yimba Stadium in Aba, and of course the El Kanemi Warriors lost at home to Shooting Stars at 2-1. Kano Pillars 2, Rivers United 1, and of course, like I said earlier, Rivers United, for me, I feel they are bottling the league so far. Because at some point, even with 5 games in hand, they were top of the NPFL. But I don't know, somehow they are behind now. 1 point to do against Rangers, who are pushing them for the title. Katsina United defeated Bayelsa United by 3-2. Kwara United, interesting, 2-1 winners over Barrow. Nasarawa 3-0 winners over Warri Wolf. They spanked Warri Wolves in that one. Rangers International 2, Imba 1. Remo Stars 3-0 over Niger Tornadoes, and of course Kun Khalifa. Sometimes during the season I thought, okay, it's done and dusted for Kun Khalifa, but somehow they still have a mathematically chance of survivor. And of course, Ben Assurance, stunned Wiki Tourist 2-1. Some of those results. That result was interesting to me because it gives Kwara United a chance, of surviving. And now Wiki Tourists are rock bottom of the table. Let's look at what it is at the table. Talking about the NPFL right now. At the top of the pack is Rangers International with 59 points. We have Rivers United 58 points, Ikorodu 55, it is eating up right there. Who the champions for the 2025-2026 MPFL, will be, and of course, also for a place in the continent, Abia Warriors are pushing hard. They are tally on point with Ikorodu City, 55 points apiece. But Ikorodu City currently with a better goal difference, which I put them in third position. Abia Warriors are knocking. Ikorodu City are also knocking. Of course, Shooting Stars as well. They are pushing hard. They want to, return to the continent. And of course, you look at Eyimba. They're also fighting for relegation for the 3 point. See, as it stands now, from the 12th position, from someone who is sitting 12th, which is Kano Pillars, 45 points, to the rock bottom team, anyone can still relegate. That's how interesting the MPFL is at the moment. Remo Stars, a bit of fresh air for them. They are off relegation zone at the moment.
We can even say 3 teams that were in relegation zone like 3 or 4 matches ago are out of relegation zone now. We have Kano Pillars, Remo Stars, and we have Kwara United now.
No, Kano Pillars have been out for I think a while, but then they were sometimes rock bottom as well. But surprisingly, we have WITHTosh who is sitting 20th on the log. We have Bayelsa United also drop, and of course Kun Khalifat, pushing up. They are 18th at the moment, 40 points. They will be they pick a very valuable point away at Plateau United, and then they will be going on back home and try to see what they can do. But then Warri Wolves as well dropping into danger zone. And this was a team that got relegated just recently. I think last they touched the Premier League last season. Maybe they might just be waving the Premier League goodbye. We have 3 teams who have confirmed their who have secure promotion to the MPFL at the moment. We have 3 teams. We'll be having 3 Lagos teams in the MPFL next season.
We have Sporting Lagos.
We have Ikorodu, and we have Inter Lagos. Yeah, so far so good. 3 teams have been promoted to the MPFL. I rightly mentioned Sporting Lagos, Inter Lagos, and of course Doma FC. These teams are not they are not new to MPFL. Doma, Sporting Lagos, the new B right there to the MPFL is Inter Lagos, who are making their debut. Will be making their debut next season. But then we still have 1 slot to go. The Conference D. We still are expecting a winner from the Conference D to pick up if you look at all of these teams that are coming now, Abayomi, they are all private clubs.
Yeah, private clubs.
In fact, the Conference D, it's most likely to see Rangers B, who is a private club, a club owned by this Jololo, the striker who once was with Real Sociedad and now with Valencia, Sadiq Omar. He is part owner of Rangers B. It would be nice to see Rangers B, come to the Premier League. It would be nice to see more private clubs in the Premier League next season.
It just shows that private owners they are taking their clubs, they are taking it like their own. They are investing, and they are seeing their results, which is what we are calling for. That state government should also try and do for us too with their own clubs too. Because if you see,
you can't call state government to come and help you run private clubs.
No, for Kwara United now we have state government is running Kwara United. We have teams that state government are running it. But if
that's why they are called. That's why they are the state-owned team. Okay, hold your thought. We have as vice captain of Kwara United Football Club, Mohammed Kabiru on the line. Good evening, Mohammed Kabiru.
Good evening, boss.
How are you doing this evening?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
You're live on Emirate 98.5 FM. This is Game On.
Okay.
Yeah, Kabiru, congrats.
Good evening.
Good evening. Congratulations on that most important win yesterday. 2-1 against Barao. A very difficult game, but you guys, managed to pull out that victory. First of all, how will you describe the performance? How will you describe the victory for the team?
What I will decide, the victory was very Amma to all of us, it make us happy, it give us more hope to push to make sure we succeed. Because we have 3 games left, so everyone was happy and the game was very intense. You can see, but I have a lot of experienced players which they play good and we match up with them to make sure we get the 3 point, which is very important for us. Everyone put his effort and make sure we get it right.
Yeah, everyone putting in effort. How much of an effort would you say you guys have put in? Looking backwards, some 3, 4, 5 weeks back, Kwara United were either 18th or 19th. But at the moment, last week we moved to 16th. To yesterday's victory, the team is now 15th on the log. How much of an effort have you guys put in, to ensure that this club doesn't go down?
Players, we have to come together to be one. And to be that one, we have to run a lot, we have to tackle a lot for you to get the point. That's what we decide. Like our coach used to say, Coach Brazil used to say, give your best and make sure that your best is enough for you to win a game. So everybody have decided, like, guys, our name is at stake and these parts is at stake also, which is Kwara United. So we have to defend this badge with everything we have for not to make sure this club went down. So we have to put everything to fight like warriors to make sure we are out of that relegation zone, because it's not our place to stay. Because our target was not, from the beginning of the season, was not to stay at the bottom. Our target was to fight for continent again, because we have been in continent before, we know how it is. So for us to go get the chance and opportunity to be there again, it will be so amazing for us again. And the state is supporting us, the governor is supporting us, so everybody is always with us. So we always have this in the back of our mind, like, guys, we are bigger than they, and a lot of people say a lot of things which is negative. It's their opinion. They stop believing in us. They say some people are not up to standard, which is because the result is not coming. We face some challenges of injuries, and which we overcome it, and everybody came back together again and buckle up and make sure we survive the situation. So that's our main target now. So we have already decided last 7 games we are going to at least win like 5 games, not even to lose 1 game, and we are up to the task now. Apart from Remo game that we lost, we have decided every 3 points is important for us, and which everybody that we are coming for should prepare his mind that these people are coming here to get something. That's what should happen in all our mind, all the players.
Would you say, so at some point in the season, Kabiru, you were out injured, some other key players also injured. Would you say that injuries also contributed to the poor run of form for Kwara United?
Yeah, injury a lot. Injury did a lot to us, because when you want to play some important game, after 1-2 game, player we get, key player we get injured. After 1-2 game, player we get injured. So that thing bring us backward, to be honest. So allow it when some players, some even managing, playing with injury, because the position we find ourselves now, we don't need anyone to be out.
Yeah.
Everybody is important. You are playing, you are not playing. So everybody, we have to not manage, we have to just give that sacrifice, because the club deserves it. So we have to put everything to make sure we get it right, but for the club not to relegate. And which we are on the stage now doing it.
Yeah, the next task ahead now is a North Central derby with Niger Tornadoes, but that has been suspended. The focus right now will be the Federations Cup. The draws was made last week, and you guys take on Kwaita. You are the defending champions. You guys are looking to push and to retain the title.
Yeah, FA Cup is. I know the other clubs are very happy to hear they want to play against Kwara United. I know they will come all out also for them to try to get victory, which they are not going to get, because we are more professional than them. So we will not underrate anybody. We come out also to play it like we used to play our normal league games to make sure we win and defend our title.
All right. So so are you assuring Kwaras that Kwara United will try to defend the title?
Inshallah, we defend the title as normal.
All right.
Inshallah, we defend the title after all.
All right. So how's been your experience? Living in Ilorin so far, 2-3 seasons for you in Kwara State.
It's good for me. It's amazing. I'm not kind of person that goes out a lot. So after training, homeworks, maybe market, maybe sometimes went to visit some people. That does it, but it's good for me. It's really amazing city like my state I come from, like Kaduna. So it's like same like Kaduna. The difference is just little, but it's same like Kaduna. The difference is just little.
All right, thank you very much, Kabiru Mohammed, for speaking to us. Yeah, live on Game On, right here on Emirate 98.5 FM. Your message to the Kwara fans.
I'm message for the Kwara fans. They should keep believing in us. Some lose before, but they started getting it back now. So my message to them is for them to keep believing in us, keep supporting us, and the most important thing, their prayers is needed. Prayers always push us to get it right. So they should keep praying for us. That's the most important thing we need from them. And really appreciate all their support, their effort. Even sometimes they didn't come to stadium in Lagos to watch the games. We know how things go, so we really appreciate their effort and their support, and they should keep supporting us. We're not going to let them down, inshallah.
All right, thank you very much. Go have for yourself a wonderful evening.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And of course, I was the voice of the vice captain of Kwara United, explaining how they've gone through the season, how injuries, has also, played a huge part in their struggles so far. Kabiru has been an integral part of the Kwara United setup, part of the team that made history last season, winning the Confederations Cup for the first time in the state. And of course, he has assured the fans that they will give everything to ensure that the club doesn't go down. And of course, they are actually doing that at the moment. They sit 15th on the log with 43 points. And of course, should the season end today, Kwara United are safe. Abayomi.
Kwara United their run of form is not a surprise because going into the relegation zone,
four games unbeaten.
They were playing very well. It's just a lack of concentration towards the end and not taking their chances. So I'm glad to see that the coach, the vice captain, said is that they are playing for each other now. They are adding more efforts, and he asked us to keep supporting them. So I urge the fans to also keep supporting them, and I also urge the administrators to please keep satisfying these players. They cannot just be running alone. Whatever you are doing to make them be, give more effort, be motivated to perform. Continue doing that for them, because fighting for relegation zone, we can all see how difficult that league, that log table is now. Almost like 3 teams are for 3 points. Every match counts now. Remaining just 3. Every match counts. So they should please make sure they keep getting them motivated, and I watch the fans to also keep supporting them. I'm sure they will survive it.
Yes, of course. Let's go straight to the Premier League. Bayomi, the English Premier League. A lot of surprises, a lot of interesting, yesterday I was at the stadium. We're watching the NLU games. The NLU has started. There's some interesting fixtures coming through. Let me run through the results of games I went to yesterday. Gakabi, they lost by 2-1, 2 of IFC, and of course it was 2-2 between Sunrise and House of Prayer. And then the final game, it ended 3-1. Talking about DOS and Naruya, edging DOS 3-1. So I was at the stadium, a lot of guys at the stadium watching, and then there was a loud noise. I thought Arsenal had scored. I don't know, it was a Manchester City goal that was widely celebrated. I was like, is the banter this much? Abayomi? Arsenal losing 2-1, and what that means is that should Manchester City win on Tuesday or Wednesday against Burnley, they go top of the log.
Yeah, this title can boil down to goal difference, because if you look at it, it is a close one. We are counting on City to win the rest of their games, and we are also counting on Arsenal to do their business as well. But then yesterday's loss was more of something that everybody can predict, because ever since they lost their way in the Carabao Cup final, their mental state have been like called into question.
Mm.
If you remember the Sporting game, they played 1-0. They won then away. It was a 1-0 narrow win
And then
for them.
they came at all and was defending.
Yes. So it has been a
Do you see them, bottling the league, or do you think they can somehow find a way to win?
I see them bottling it, especially with Champions League distraction. I see them bottling it because they don't have the squad for it.
All right, let's hear what the fans thinks about it. 07056902827, 09031917355. Can Arsenal, manage to, win the league after 22 years, or will they bottle it and finish second for a fourth year running? Some people are saying that the quadruple they were aiming is the quadruple of finishing second consecutively for the fourth time. Interesting results. Arsenal lost 2-1 to Manchester City. Aston Villa, a lot of goals in that one, 7-goal trailer, 4-3, in favor of Arsenal against Aston Villa against Sunderland. Everton, lost at the Goodison Park to Liverpool 2-1. Nottingham Forest defeated Burnley by 4-1. Nottingham Forest at the moment seems to have survived. At the beginning, it looked like they were going to fall back to the championship. But with this kind of result they are getting now, it seems that they are cementing their stay in the Premier League. Of course, 4-1 win over Burnley, and this is the Burnley Manchester City we're playing against on Wednesday. Okay, Chelsea lost at the bridge to Manchester United. Matteo Cunha with the goal that stunned the Chelsea supporters. Tottenham 2, Brighton 2. You saw Xavi Simon weeping after the game. Disappointment. Aston Villa, Tottenham Hotspur might just be going down.
They might.
If
West Ham should win tonight, that would be like 4-point gap or 5-point gap between them. And Tottenham still have Chelsea away this season. I think.
And Chelsea knows how to beat Tottenham. Maybe they might decide to do their London brothers a favor. The derby is the derby.
Remember the I forgot it, the clash that gave Leicester the title then.
It was between Chelsea and Tottenham.
So there's nothing like favor between them.
And of course, Leeds United 3, Wolves 0. Newcastle United lost to Bournemouth. Newcastle were at home, but Bournemouth, edged them back-to-back wins away on the road for Bournemouth. They did that last weekend, and of course against Arsenal, and of course against Newcastle. Sometimes you just try to see how these teams are, pushing out this performance. Sometimes Southampton were like this, always putting out bigger, results against top teams. But then when
they meet their mid-table sides, they will just lose woefully.
Yeah, and of course Brentford Arsenal good finish goalless that game. Our own, Alex will be sustained an injury in that one. We hope that isn't just one. And of course, talk about Cinnamon Kells, who has secured the final spot for his Scottish side, Celtic, in the Scottish League final. Cinnamon Kells, good to see him back on the score sheet.
He has had a lot of hamstring issues this season, so it's good.
A bit of uncertainty in his career, moving from Leicester City to Sevilla. Talking about signing him being a mistake, and then moving to Celtic. And there's some Celtic fans, I'm not looking at is this man in a church? Is this man in a church who was one time a hot cake at Manchester City, and of course
when he burst into the say on Manchester City, was a good finisher. I remember some Leicester City strikes as well against Chelsea. He knows how to strike a ball.
Especially the FA Cup triumph for Leicester City.
He knows how to strike a ball.
And of course, Bundesliga, Bayern Munich have been crowned champions of the Bundesliga. They keep dominating. Harry Kane has now won 3 trophies. Before he clocked 30, by the time he clocked 30, he hasn't won anything. But now I think it's 33 now. But he has won 3 trophies.
He might have the Champions League.
He just might. Congratulations to Bayern Leverkusen. They got that after that to win during the weekend. For the Bundesliga, the league is done and dusted. And of course, in La Liga, maybe done and dusted as well. Just waiting for Barcelona to be officially confirmed as champions. because at the moment Real Madrid doesn't
look like a team.
And of course, Copa del Rey, Real Sociedad, imagine champion winners over Atletico de Madrid.
It was a disappointing evening because I was expecting Atletico to take it, like go with that silverware easily, because there was a point that it was as if them and Real has played this season and they won comfortably. So I don't understand what went wrong for them in that match.
Diego Simeone just doesn't know how to win finals.
I think that's
he has the spirit of Arsenal.
Yes, he has the spirit of Arteta.
Okay.
And luckily they are playing against each other, and so let's see who will come. The battle of around football.
All right, that's the size of our package. This evening game on right on Emirate 98.5 FM. About quickly your parting shots as we pack our bags and leave it.
My names remain Abayomi Adimola Abayomi Adesina Triple A, as my boss will say. We'll meet you here same time tomorrow.